Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One. I got an email today, and I'm going to read it to you because I would love to have a discussion with someone that calls himself a liberal. I'm trying to understand your position. I'm trying to find common ground with you, but most of the time I can't. Most of the time I'm really just called Nazis, I'm called a Klansman, I'm called a bigot, I'm called a racist, and I'm none of those things. But it's so funny why people can just throw those labels at me. And they don't know me. I'm the farthest thing from those things, but I would love to have an honest discussion with someone that calls himself a liberal. I would love for you to explain your position in regards to this. You're so quick to say, oh, well, those poor people from Guatemala, from Honduras, from Mexico, you know, they're just looking for a better life. And I agree, they are looking for a better life. But them coming across the border and the way they're doing it is creating pain and suffering for a lot of people that are American citizens. Let me read this to you. I would love to have a conversation with a liberal. In one of your recent videos, I heard you speak about the issue of illegal immigration and the border crisis. This person lives in South Texas, near the border. Live on a ranch that has been in my husband's family for generations. Him and his brothers grew up running this ranch along with all of their cousins, enjoying all that it had to offer. It is sad that today I cannot let my children do the same thing. In just the last year, there has been 3 bailouts of immigrants on my ranch road, which is a dead end. And when I say bailouts, I'm not talking about a few running out. I'm talking about 15 to 30 every single time. They run through our property. They demolish our fences. They destroy our property. And one of the circumstances, our neighbor had gone to work and his wife was at home. It was 9 a.m. And 4, whom we assumed to be illegals, broke into the neighbor's house with the wife at the home. We live in South Texas, so they all 4 got chased out by bullets, and rightfully so. I'm not sure if anyone got hurt, but they all got away. The most recent one was this week. They drove through our neighbor's fence, through their property, through our fence, and all the way back to the main road. We were woken up at 4 a.m. with banging on our doors. It was the sheriff's department letting us know what happened. We were told that at least 30 of them was involved in this bailout, and none of them got caught. These circumstances are just my personal encounter on my property with them. This happens at least 3 times a month in my town. In one instance, my 11-year-old son and I were driving in town about 9 o'clock at night. We got to a gas station at the edge of town where all the semi-truck stops as well as buses from Mexico. We happened to be passing right at the time when one of the drivers opened up the back of the truck. We saw tons and tons of illegals just flying out of the back of the semis. I looked at my son and said, look, son, there's a bailout. And no sooner I said that, the cops just came flying around the corner and they scattered, the immigrants scattered. We were just driving to Walmart to go get some things we needed for the house, and we were put in a very dangerous situation. I'm not saying that everyone coming over is bad, but I'm saying that I don't know if they are or not. All I know is in one of these circumstances, they broke into a home, and all the other circumstances I've dealt with them, they were destroying our property. So when people are calling for open borders and think it's a good idea, I think they should come visit us and sit here and stay a while. A 300-acre ranch that was once free to roam for children is now not safe. I moved my family to the middle of nowhere to avoid this, and now is not safe. It's one thing to see it on TV and to hear about it on the news. It's another thing for a mom to have to explain what happened in the middle of the night with sirens and flashing lights surrounding their home in the middle of the night. They have stole our security on an individual basis. It is now to a point where I won't even go out running on the ranch without a gun. I hope one day we as a nation wake up. I'm pretty sure it's too late. Thank you for your time. Please, I would love for someone on the left to explain why an American citizen freely living on their property has to be inundated with this criminal activity. So you can justify it all you want, but every time you say, oh, those poor people, let them come into our country illegally, Americans are paying the price for your decision. So get real. Why are you wanting these Americans to suffer because you feel that, oh no, these people need to come in? I'm all for legal immigration. I want the border so tight you can't get a cockroach through it. Why? Because I want people like her and him and little kids to feel safe. You know what? We can have an immigration policy. I want that. If we need people to do certain jobs, they come across and they pick our food. And you know what? If they come across and pick our food, they should get a green card, whatever they need to come across legally. We should be able to check them. We should be able to know exactly who's in this country, when they're in this country. I'm not asking for a lot. And this isn't being racist. This isn't being hateful. This is not being a Klansman. This is not being a Nazi. This is being a loving American to my fellow Americans that are feeling scared. They're feeling pain because the left side, the liberal side, thinks, oh no, their policy is good. Your policy stinks. We need to come together and figure out that, yes, if we need people to come in here to do certain jobs, or if we want people to come in here because they're suffering, I'm for that. But I'm also for to know exactly who's coming in, because people coming across the border, some of them are criminal. And every time I say that, people say, oh, not all of them are criminals. I understand that. But it only takes one criminal to wreck this lady's wreck this lady's life. One criminal to hurt her children while they're outside playing. Oh no, they're not outside playing because they're too scared. So, the left, please explain this policy that you have of letting these borders be open. And please explain to this mama why her kids cannot play outside. Thanks for watching.